What a weird ass mission. So okay. I mean, I don't wanna like insult anyone, but I'm gonna judge people, right? So sometimes, like an amateur or a less experienced author will write a story, but neglect to put in all the details, right? Like they have an image in their heads, or they have like a story in their head, they have a plot, and then they write it, but they don't consider that the reader doesn't know what they know. So in order to convey the story properly, you have to put everything from your head onto paper for someone else to read. And sometimes a writer who's not very experienced will leave out like crucial details because they forget, right? Right? They're writing and they're writing and they're writing. And in their mind, there are details that they forget to put down onto the story, onto paper. And so then when a person reads the story, it doesn't make any damn sense because they're missing a few details. And the person who writes it, reads it, and it doesn't register in their head that they've left out details. So that happens sometimes with writers who are not experienced, or sometimes if they just don't pay enough attention, if they don't like proofread enough, if they don't. Often if you write if you want to write a book, write a novel, you should write it like 3 or 4 times. You should write it once, put that aside, write the whole thing again, and then put that aside, and then write it again. And each time you write it, it gets better, or you get better at writing it. And often when somebody only writes it once and then hands that to you, that's when you have like gaps in the story. It doesn't make any sense. It's because they haven't spent enough time thinking about it and rewriting it. Anyway, that's what this story feels like. Because like Glory comes in and she's concerned about the dwarf. Why is she concerned about the dwarf? And then the other point is like, why do we have to kill this guy? Why couldn't we just extract him? Like these things don't make any sense. And maybe there are parts of the story that are actually missing, that the story writer had in mind, but they're not actually in the game for whatever reason. Maybe he wrote it and the game designer or the guy making the mission didn't put them in, or whatever the reason is. Like it's just missing bits. And I don't want to like be too harsh on this particular story, because it happens a lot. Even in like AAA games, especially AAA games, when they have to cut content because they're running on a deadline and they're gonna miss the deadline. And so there's that kind of content, and sometimes they cut out things that then really mess up the other parts of the story because they forget to tell some of the crucial parts of the story. That happens. Borderlands 3 has this problem. I'm not gonna go into details now, but one of the characters, I forgot her name, she's a little kid. Anyway, let me go into it. So she starts off being a really irresponsible little kid. And by the end of the game, she has matured and become a responsible member of the team. The problem is in between, there's no transition. So it's very clear that they cut some of the missions in between. So you would imagine, or I would imagine, one of the missions is she learns that what she was doing was wrong, and she changes how she relates to other people. So she used to be irresponsible. She learns how that can get people killed, and then she learns to become more responsible. So this is like a process, like a character development process. But if you cut out the middle and you only have irresponsible, and then a few days later she is responsible, like what the hell happened? And like people are not happy about this. Like people who play Borderlands 3 are not, they hate this character because it seems like she did all these crappy things and then everybody just gives her a pass, and then she's just part of the team at the end because there's no development. they cut out the development, and so it looks like she is rewarded despite not having done the work, because they cut out the mission where she does the work, if that makes sense. and so everybody hates her because what the hell? Like she never redeemed herself. Why is everybody giving her a pass? But when I played the game, I could tell that obviously the story is missing the middle bit, and obviously they just cut that content because they were on a deadline and they couldn't beat the deadline. Yeah, anyway, so everybody hates her now. Everybody hates her. Yeah, and it's not really her fault. It's just like this. They cut the missions, and what are you gonna do? Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, hey guys. The leader of the group is an elf with Asian features. He's obviously a vet job. The bands of corded muscle that bulge out under his sleeves have a distinctly store-bought look to them. When he speaks, his voice comes out in a gravelly rumble. My, the intrepid SCKC with no rigor in sight. I must admit, I'm surprised. Yeah, well that makes the two of us. Who the hell are you? Airfucked sent us to check up on you. Given his recent troubles with Shadowrunners, this should not come as a surprise. The company man smiles and nods slightly. I shall return to him and report your task completed to my satisfaction. Good day. Oh, he thought we would let him go. I was going to. He thought we wouldn't kill the other guy. I was going to not kill him, but turns out he was an asshole. Like, the more he talked, the more I actually believed that it was his fault. Like all these dead bodies, like you see, like this guy. The more he talked, the more I was convinced that these dead bodies was his fault. And so I shot him. He was an asshole. Like he just said the wrong things in the wrong way. So if we didn't kill him, these guys would try to kill us. I mean... It's really funny. It's really funny. But also, you can see how awkward that interaction is. Like a couple of dudes, like a corporate kill team, just shows up, and then, oh, you did the job, and then they just walk away, and then they're gone, they just disappear. But this mission is not very well crafted, is what I'm trying to say. Like the parts are kind of there. No, the parts aren't all, not all the parts are there, and it's kind of weird. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, this game is... most of this game is really good. The fact that this particular mission is a little bit like rough around the edges, it's alright. It's alright. You can deal with it. I've checked into there already, right? Yeah, I have. Let's get out of here. it's just... It's a little strange, man. Alright, your trip back to the Crown's Bazaar is an unsettling one. Every time you close your eyes, horrible visions flash through your mind. Bodies torn apart by surgical machines. Mouths frozen open in never-ending screams. Walls coated floor to ceiling in congealed blood, and through it all the smiling face of Torvald Anstead. You blink, banish the visions, they're behind you now, you're on your way home. Right? The implication is that Torvald killed all those people. Not just killed them, but like really messed them up. But it wasn't definitive. There wasn't any definitive proof that he was doing it. It sounded like he actually did it. But the story just doesn't tell you. Not only does the story not tell you, it doesn't even give you any clues. It's just that Torvald sounded like an asshole. Nothing he said or did really kind of gave you any indication. Maybe if you let him live and you took the pain thing, what it's called, the thing that causes pain, maybe that thing would, maybe when you get your hands on it, you would realize what it was. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. We killed him. That mission was rough. It wasn't well polished. All right, we got 8 karma. Your PDA rings and the face of your fixer, Dr. Amso, poor Amso, appears on screen. I've uncovered some terrible information. The team is assembled in the safe house. Please meet with us there when you are able. Okay. How's Alexander doing? So he's got nothing new. None of these people have nothing new. I don't think anyone has anything new to say. Yeah, nobody has anything new to say. That was not a well-polished mission. That mission's... It was missing a few pieces. Clearly missing a few pieces. Alright, nobody has anything to say to me. I have karma to spend. So I'm gonna do this, right? Not sure, like, if ESP control, if ESP control, like, does anything for me. ESP control, and then quickness, and then range combat, and then SMG. Rifle first or spell first? Probably rifle first. Alright, show me the goods. I should sell the things that I don't use. Right, the SmartLink shotgun we don't have much of a use for. We don't do drugs. Not really. I have too many medkits, but I guess I can hold on to it. Alright, let's sell those. Now, I could buy a gun for myself. Well, no, I can't because I can't use it. If I buy a rifle, she has rifles 5. Range combat. Oh, I mean, like, look, it doesn't tell you. Shotgun, shotgun. Shotgun. Range combat 6. Like, okay, the problem is the fact that we can't use it doesn't necessarily mean that the troll can use it. And these are all SmartLink weapons. Where are the non-SmartLink rifles? What's going on? Alright, FNHAR, assault rifle, damage 12, capacity 36, damage 13, capacity 32. This is a sniper rifle. I don't want a sniper rifle, I want an assault rifle. So the HNK G12A3, right, is the one that I'm wanting to buy. $11 damage, basic assault rifle, AK-97, 10 damage assault rifle. So I want the non-SmartLink. Which one's better? The HAR or the Heckler & Koch G12A3? More accurate and pierces up to 2 armor. So it does less damage, but it's more accurate. I probably want this one. Alright, so I want the gun. And then close combat 4. Glory has close combat 4. Man, close combat 7. Close combat 5, hand force katana. Heavy axe made for cutting up your enemies. Damage 4. Okay, so close combat 3. Damage 4. This is no better than her finger knives. Her finger knives are also damage 4. So this is pointless. She can't use close combat 5. So like giving her a bigger sword doesn't actually help at all. Until she has close combat 5. Right. That's very interesting. Okay, let's buy this gun. I believe Aiga can use it. Not 100% sure. Can I? Yeah, no, I can't actually like see the stats here. And I don't have the stats here either. This game is, I mean... So that... I wish they actually let you see which things your teammates can use versus what they have in their inventory. Like you have to buy these things blind basically and then give it to them before the mission. Algernon.